How's it going, everyone? My name is Jeremy Dwayne, and welcome to my guide on how to get the Black and Twilight Drake mounts. Now, these mounts can be found in the Obsidian Sanctum, which is a raid from Wrath of Lich King, and these mounts are pretty awesome. Mostly because they're guaranteed drops, but also because they're freaking drakes, and they look sweet. So the first one that you saw there was the Black Drake, and this is the Twilight Drake. The difference in getting them is pretty easy, but the color difference is quite significant as well. The Twilight Drake's more of a blue-purple, and the Black is supposed to be black, but it sometimes looks purple. So yeah, these are two awesome mounts. I personally love the Twilight Drake. I use it all the time, and hopefully with this guide you can get it yourself as well and use it. So, we did this raid to get Ixia, the person flying next to me, the Twilight Drake, and let's get on with the fights. So when you first get into the Obsidian Sanctum, the first thing that you have to do is decide which mount you want to get. Do you want to get the Black Drake, or do you want to get the Twilight Drake? If you want the Black Drake, you have to do the 10-man version, and if you want the Twilight Drake, you do the 25-man version. Both are pretty similar. The 25-man has a few different mechanics during the boss fight, but for the most part they're both really easy. You can duo it in the 10-man. You can probably solo even, and you can trio in the 25-man unless you're like amazing, or if you have like a healer you could probably duo, but you'll find out that we pretty much all die in the 25-man version, but we still killed it. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's an easy fight, but you can do it with 2 or 3 people if you really want to. But if you have 4, that's great. It's kind of hard to justify having more people unless they already have the mount, because then everyone wants the mount and they all fight over it sometimes. But it's one of those raids that you can, obviously, since it's a raid, you can only do it once a week. So one week you can get the Black Drake, the next week you can get the Twilight Drake, and then so on and so forth. You have to do that for every person that wants both of the mounts. So essentially, to get these mounts as a guaranteed drop, you'll see that there's drakes within this Obsidian Sanctum. You have to keep them alive. So when you're running past them, just hug the wall, and then they won't attack you, and then you don't have to worry about killing them. It's like that's how you get the drop. You have to keep them all alive, and then kill all the trash in there before you kill the main boss, which is Sartharion. I think that's how you pronounce it. Which is that big dragon-looking thing in the middle. So, just go around, kill all the trash, and then when you're done killing the trash, you meet up for the boss. One of the things that I would recommend doing is that if you're all level 90 or even just 85 or 80, I would recommend splitting up and kind of meeting in the back, in the middle. Because some of you can be working on the mobs on the other side while the others are working on, the right side or the left side, whatever. So it just, if you split up, it goes twice as fast. So once you've killed all the trash, you're ready for the boss, and we'll continue that. So the boss fight for Sartharion is pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. It's just one of those, slash and burn, and get it down as fast as you can kind of fights. Especially on the 10-man, it's really easy. There's really no mechanics that you have to worry about. But in the 25-man, there is a few things that you have to pay attention to, which ends up killing us, I think. But it's really easy. So one of the first mechanics you have to pay attention to in the 25-man is the fact that there's going to be a giant flame wall that comes up. You'll see it in a few minutes. It's pretty easy to avoid. All you have to do is, there it is. So all you have to do is walk out of it. So just walk, a few steps, and you're fine. So that's one of the things. If you're doing this in heroic mode, which you don't have to, there's also like these portals that you have to go into, and you have to kill eggs and blah blah blah. You don't have to do it in heroic mode. Just do it in regular mode. You get the mount either way. So the drakes will come and attack you. Since they have to stay alive, don't use AoE attacks. If you use AoE attacks, you're going to do damage to them, and then you could potentially kill them. As you can see, I just died. Boss was almost dead. I have no clue how I died. I just apparently was sitting in something, or I don't know. I just out of nowhere died, but thankfully before we wiped, we killed them all, so it's all good. So along with this, you'll get both the mount for the Twilight Drake, and you'll also get some achievements depending on which one you did. And there's also some other loots that you can get, which don't really mean anything. I mean, it's just, you know, average loots. But you can see the Twilight Drake's down there at the bottom, and you get to choose whatever person is going to get it that week. So, yeah. This run we ended up giving it to Ixia, which is one of my guildmates. And, you know, if you're looking for this mount, if your friends are looking for these mounts, this can be a weekly thing that you do. Raids reset on Tuesdays, so you can do it once a week. And, have a good time. I mean, it's a pretty easy raid. I mean, there's only one boss, and there's a couple trash which are pretty easy to kill. So if you're looking for some awesome mounts, then maybe you too could do this. So that's my guide. It's pretty straightforward. I know it's not, you know, the best footage because we died, but we still got the Drake. We still killed it. Whatever. I didn't want to have to wait until tomorrow to re-record this, because I don't think I'm gonna be doing it again tomorrow. But it's an awesome raid. I do it every so often. I try to help people out to do it. So if this guide helped you out at all, make sure you give it a like, favorite, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos. We'll see you next time. Take her easy. Bye. Okay. I'm just gonna kill everyone. Well, that's not the most pretty way to do it. But whatever, we had to do it.